Iran, radical Islamic government, known sponsors of terrorism, developing nuclear capabilities to generate power, but threatening to eliminate Israel.
Next, General Petraeus gives us some perspective on the fevered speculation resurfacing about possible military action against Iran. That's when we return. I also asked General Petraeus about Iran and the never-ending rumors about possible military action against its nuclear program. Again, the noise is growing about a potential strike, a potential military strike by Israel on Iran's nuclear capabilities. Do you think it's possible to do it?
Well, I won't talk about the military capabilities of one of our close allies, in this case Israel. Certainly there has been a good bit published about what Israel could and perhaps could not do. And I think also there's been quite a bit written about the implications of this and the second and third and fourth order effects of it.
In terms of an actual physical capability, could Iran's nuclear facilities be bombed in terms of effectively? Because
well,
there's a lot of tunnels people are talking about.
They certainly can be bombed. The level of effect would vary with who it is that carries it out, what ordnance they have, and what capability they can bring to bear.
What is the difference now in terms of Iran's physical infrastructure compared to, for instance, what Israel did back in 1980 or 81 against the Osirak reactor in Iraq, or indeed against the Syrian reactor?
Well, I think it's well known that Iran has gone to considerable lengths to harden, to put underground, to use tunnels and so forth to reduce the vulnerability of its various nuclear facilities.
What are the drawbacks to military action there?
Well, in a sense, the consequences of this really, they're just very, very difficult to calculate. We have done quite a bit of thinking about this, as you would expect. That's what we get paid to do. It would be almost literally irresponsible if Centcom were not to have been thinking about the various what-ifs and to make plans for a whole variety of different contingencies. And we generally try not to be irresponsible. As you think through this, of course, the disruptions to the global economy, the challenges to infrastructure in that particular very, very important region, again, important to the whole world, not just to those countries themselves. Threats against various U.S. forces. Of course, we've got some 230,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines deployed in the Central Command Area of Responsibility and so forth. But again, we have done quite a bit of thinking about this. We have done quite a bit of contingency planning. And again, that's what we get paid to do, and that's what we've sought to do.
Is there sort of a deadline on whether you implement that planning?
We don't see a deadline. There's a variety of different timelines out there that folks have discussed. We think there's a period of time certainly before all of this might come to a head, if you will. There's certainly more room for the P5+1 to engage perhaps in a bit more diplomacy, and then certainly to explore heightened economic sanctions and so forth.
And today, in response to those remarks, the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Rahmin Mehmanparas said, quote, "He has made thoughtless comments, and it's better that any statement made in this regard take a constructive approach."
Persia, Kush, and Put are with them, all of them with shield and helmet.